Today I would like to introduce bearings to you. 1. Production workshop. To classification and introduction of bearings. Tapered roller bearings are separate bearings. The inner and outer rings of the bearing have tapered raceways. This type of bearing is divided into different structural types such as single row, double row, and four-row tapered roller bearings according to the number of rows of rollers installed. Single row tapered roller bearings can bear radial loads and axial loads in one direction. When the bearing is subjected to a radial load, an axial component force will be generated, so another bearing that can withstand the axial force in the opposite direction is needed to balance it. The other spherical ball bearing is actually a variant of the deep groove ball bearing. Its characteristic is that the outer diameter surface of its outer ring is a spherical surface, which can be fitted into the corresponding concave spherical surface of the bearing C to achieve alignment. Outer spherical bearings are mainly used to bear the combined radial and axial loads, which are mainly radial loads. Generally, they are not suitable to bear the axial load alone. Thrust ball bearings are designed to withstand thrust loads during high-speed operation and are composed of a washer-shaped ferrule with a raceway groove for ball rolling. Since the ferrule is cushion-shaped, thrust ball bearings are divided into two types: flat base cushion type and a lining spherical C cushion type. In addition, this kind of bearing can bear axial load, but cannot bear radial load. Angular contact ball bearings can bear both radial load and axial load, can work at higher speeds. The larger the contact angle, the higher the axial load capacity. The contact angle is the angle between the line connecting the contact points of the ball and the raceway in the radial plane and the vertical line of the bearing axis. High precision and high speed bearings usually have a contact angle of 15 degrees. Under the action of axial force, the contact angle will increase. The design of double-row angular contact ball bearings is basically the same as single-row angular contact ball bearings, but takes up less axial space. Double-row angular contact ball bearings can bear radial loads and axial loads acting into directions. They can limit the bidirectional axial displacement of the shaft or housing, and the contact angle is 30 degrees. Bearing arrangements with higher rigidity can be provided and can withstand overturning moments. Deep groove ball bearings GB T276-2003 were originally listed as radial ball bearings and are the most widely used rolling bearings. It is characterized by low friction resistance and high rotation speed. It can be used on parts that bear radial loads or combine loads that act simultaneously in radial and axial directions. It can also be used on parts that bear axial loads, such as small power motors, automobile and tractor gearboxes, machine tool gearboxes, general machines, tools, etc. Spherical roller bearings have double rows of rollers. The outer ring has a common spherical raceway, and the inner ring has two raceways that are inclined at an angle relative to the bearing axis. This ingenious structure makes it have self-aligning performance, so it is not easily affected by the angle of the shaft and the bearing housing or the shaft bending. It is suitable for occasions where installation errors or shaft deflection cause angle errors. In addition to the radial load, the bearing can also bear the axial load acting in both directions. There are two types of inner holes of spherical roller bearings, cylindrical and conical. The taper of the conical hole is 130 and 112. This kind of conical inner hole bearing is equipped with an adapter sleeve or a withdrawal sleeve. The tapered inner hole self-aligning ball bearing can be easily and quickly assembled on the optical shaft or ladder machine shaft. Free warehouse display.